Ahoy dalmatians, and welcome to a new adventure! We are playing Star Trek Resurgence to be more precise. Listen. To everybody who doesn't know, I don't know anything. Zero about Star Trek. Nothing. I know this. I know that this means something with prosperity, something. I don't know more. It's something good. That's what I know. Yeah, and I made myself Spock eyebrows. I failed a little bit, but it's fine, okay? But that's why my eyebrows today look even more wonkier than they normally do. Because I wanted to have Spock eyebrows. In the process of getting myself Spock eyebrows, I've decided that I don't think they're cute. And then I kind of like removed it and put it back on. Listen, I don't know. Okay? I don't know. So, I would suggest we just go straight into it. Just check out what is awaiting us here and just try it. I heard, or from what I know, it's not like a Star Trek game in sense of that we're shooting or anything. But I think it's like Life is Strange, like a decision type of game. So, I think that would be very interesting. So, let's just start, right? Let's just begin. Ask chat who their favorite captain is. Wait, what does it mean? Is it not a question we should normally ask? What is your favorite captain, chat? What is your favorite captain, YouTube? I feel like you would be shouty and apologetic as a co-op game teammate. Tofu, tell them, how was I? How was I as a co-op game teammate? Huh? Hi, Alex, how are you? Captain Kirk or Picard are my favorite. Is it Picard or Picard? At least we know what password Gio will use if we have to go get into the computer. Fucking password. Jean-Luc Picard is my only answer. Janeway is the best captain. Who is Who are these people? Hi, Pecco! How are you? How are you doing? Okay, guys, let's just go. This is a dramatic labs adventure. The relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. That's Picard. Oh, it's the bald guy. I don't know that one. From Dramatic Labs. Gio will remember that.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission.
The facepalm meme, that's Picard.
This unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them.
Game volume is a bit low.
Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Oh, I do know, oh Captain, my
Our new
Captain.
first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
That's me. Am I Jara? Oh. Ah, that's so loud!
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Don't close your eyes!
Here's a tip, don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
Facts, by the way.
I'll give it a try.
The crew is impacted by the things you say. Okay, I should move my...
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
Oh, you're good.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. when we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
What's this? Does it mean, like, is this another
Won't be
race?
easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
What's XO? I only know hugs and kisses. Executive officer, thank you. Commanding officer. So I should be in commanding officer. Interesting. Check in at security. Use WSAD. Why SAD? It's WASD. I already lowered that yesterday, but I guess it's still a little bit. No. Ooh. Hi Joe, how are you? Best to avoid species. Mine is in species you normally would avoid. Okay, I really need you guys' help.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Wow! You look so unsure.
Commander?
Hi!
I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way.
Oh, you're good.
I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Very impressive.
So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Let's be nice
Thank
to
you.
him.
It was tough, but you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Can somebody pin that message? That would be very lovely. Senior is amazing, yes. Hi, Adrian. How are you? Hi, Ted. How are you doing? The dots and the colors are the ranks. I see. Thank you, Averas. Something I liked learning about Star Trek was that the original series may never have been made if Lucille Ball hadn't thrown her support and money behind it. I have no idea what that is. She got something on her head. I would go to a doctor with that. Wait, how do... Ah.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really...
I'm the best of the best.
It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
The pleasure is mine,
I
bud.
just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure is mine. Ensign,
Paul Calloway.
good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
Oh,
See
he's
you
so
on the Resolute.
unsure. Don't be so unsure. I'm gonna be a nice captain. Listen, buddy, I'm gonna be a nice captain. You're good. You're going to be my crew, I think. Dobby, can you check what's up for a moment? Please. Or maybe you already have. Hi, Bon. Hello.
Good day, Commander.
How you doing? Love the look of today, really cool, thank you. Yeah, I tried to give myself a little bit of Spock eyebrows. I failed a little bit, but I guess it's fine. WhatsApp Dobe, please. Oh wow, many people.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Oh, that's cool that they helped me out a little bit. William. Should he be talking to me right now?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me. Thanks so much, Commander.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Hi, Kid Ferris. How are you?
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Are we cloning Mia? Does that mean replicator?
Excuse me.
Hey, you hear the Resolute's getting a new first officer?
It's me.
Someone from the crew got promoted?
No, get this. They're from a different ship.
Whew. Wonder how the crew feel about that.
It makes them look desperate. Is their crew that bad?
Yeah, not a good look.
Basically, yes. Ah, okay, so we're copying food. Okay, interesting. Is it like 3D printing? Hey, I got this new lasagna printer. My god, I would love to have a lasagna printer. With atoms. Interesting. Hello!
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Pizza printer.
Commander?
Hi,
I hope there
Kiwi.
wasn't too
How are
much trouble
you?
getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right
It's a
now.
bit bumpy.
I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
Sound okay?
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
What have you heard?
To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the U.S.S. Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky.
I wish they had this game released and wasn't locked behind an exclusive for Epic Games. Or was it? Interesting. That's my ship!
The U.S.S. Resolute.
Ooh, guys.
She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle.
There was a lot of tech talk.
Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
I'm really sorry for your loss.
That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
How's the crew now?
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward. If not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solana for quite some time.
Do I?
And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best.
But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within.
So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come
Thank
to
you for
value
the
your
heads up.
contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention.
The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Oh, okay, wait. There was something about press enter to see the decisions or something like that. Did you recognize the voice actor of the blue alien? No, who is that? I do have to say I do have a problem with recognizing voices in games. Because I never watched movies and stuff in English, because I do watch them in German mostly. So I sometimes really don't realize that it's a voice that I should know. You've waited for this game to come on Steam for over a year? Oh no, that sucks. That's a small ship, right? That's what I was thinking. The voice actors and a bunch of stuff. He's not familiar. It's Liam O'Brien. Give me a name. What did he do? What did he play? Hi Corby, how are you? He has a lot of side characters in Fallout, Illidan, and Vodafone. He's Illidan! Cool. Hi Mr. Max, how are you? He's like Starfield and 3,000 other things. Wow, so he's popular. Popular. You're gonna be popular. I wanted to check. Oh yeah, that joke. When does a joke become a dad joke? When the punchline becomes apparent? I would see why. Okay. Commander Urmod. Jara made a good first impression with Commander Urmod, coming off as an inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. And Sign Calloway was grateful for Jara's helpful guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Carter. Wait, we do have to shoot? Oh no. How are you doing, Combine? Why can't we report bad jokes? Because they're not bad. Oh. Hi, handsome!
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. Hyper spanner. Interphasic coil spanner. Plasma torch. What's that? ODNV coupler. Here. He looks good. Clear the corrosion. Wait. Ah. Hi, Commandant Herda. How are you? Make sure not to overcapacitate the dingle or the what? You can go back into your career status.
That.
The lower decks.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
Oh, you cute.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Oh, Mr. Max, a 25 stream streak. That's so long already. Thank you so much. Thank you. What I wanted to move was this here, right? Because up there's some messages, if I saw that right. Like, the question is, if this works like Life is Strange, it does make sense to explore everything, because then sometimes we can get hints from others.
Hey Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here?
Yeah!
I last saw it near the shuttle, Ptarmigan.
Come on!
I'll let you know.
No, I know where it is. Hyper... I had it. Hyper something.
Corrosion in there was pretty extreme. Nothing I couldn't handle, though.
Oh,
Carter Diaz!
Yeah, calm down. I want the hyper spanner for that woman. Why can I not get an hyper spanner?
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it,
Hurry
and
up.
then...
Ooh, then another hour of recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
In German, you would call that Schweigefuchs, which means a fox that's silent. Silent, Neely.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
Time's a-wasting.
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
Do I? Uh-oh. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Use mouse to aim and hold left mouse click to select and drag waypoints. Wait, what? That's easy.
No sweat. Whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad! Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Come on, do it! I want to also get beamed. Beam me up, Scotty! Dude, I want to give her the hyper spanner. Fuck me, I guess.
place for everything, and everything in its place. Someone gonna fix that?
Why am I destroying everything? My god!
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than zero-G. You're welcome.
This is so wonky.
So clean I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Okay, serious question. Can I get this hyper spanner thing for the girly? I guess not. Here we are. Let's go. Try Home Depot.
Hey, don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Good to see her fully operational again.
And
if
wait,
she breaks, we'll just fix her.
am I right now on the Resolute? I think they're pranking you and that's not even a thing, like a copper magnet or a left-handed hammer. No, that's not true. I already saw the space something hammer scoop hyper spammer. I already saw that when I was repairing my shit.
Gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage all the way to the turbo lift.
Hey, need any help? Okay, good luck.
So then,
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube, then take the turbo lift from section 2 to section 3.
well, wait, there's a
don't need
subfloor
anything from
crossover around
utilities.
junction 32E.
Force of habit, I guess.
What do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just like being in the tubes. It's my domain.
He likes being in the tubes, huh? Hi, Drew. How are you? How you doing?
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
You're not
Coming
up for
upside
it?
down makes me queasy.
What's the matter, Nilly? Afraid of a little hard work?
A little hard work? Really? A little? 6 months of putting this ship back together is a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and here we are. Just about ready to go.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Salar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edzelar on repeated occasions.
Almost late isn't late.
Well, Commander Chovak, isn't it true that if we were almost late, it categorically means that we were not late?
That is correct, Mr. Diaz.
I mean, if anything, Edzelar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes, perhaps I should adjust the schedule accordingly.
Oh.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
He did not like that.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by
You'll
the
be
wide
ready.
band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system.
Guys, I'm getting cooked.
You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
Oh, what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
So it's on us now.
It all comes down to us, Nilly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can
Was
do.
that Spock?
But this isn't just any old refit or any old
Oh,
relaunch.
whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Oh,
It's
is
gotta
that
be tough
just an
coming as a
Vulcan?
replacement.
I don't know how similar they look.
That's for sure.
Give them a chance.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Welcome aboard!
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Okay, wait. I fucked it up with Lieutenant Commander Clover. Not Spock, but one of Spock's race called Vulcan. Yeah, so I was right. It's not Spock. Yeah, please give me background information about Vulcans. I guess they are really stoic. Like they don't show emotions. That's what I already heard. Do they have emotions, or do they just not show them? Hi, Sarians. How are you? No, but all Vulcans have very similar personalities. I see. They suppress the emotions. So they do have them, though. They just don't show them. Interesting. Kurtz knowing Gia doesn't know Star Trek. The Trekkie me is trying his best to say, actually. Miranda felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception when she first arrived aboard the Resolute, holding out hope there might be some chemistry between them. Oh, they were lovebirds. That's why they give you the feeling they are cold-hearted or similar. Interesting. It's part of their culture to not be emotional. Interesting. Lieutenant Commander Chovak found Carter to be cheeky and cavalier when he and Etzilar were almost late in main engineering. But why was I cheeky? I was just using logic. I guess I fucked it up. Should have just said sorry. Hi, Baxter. How are you? They love a bit of logic. Why didn't it work then? Why didn't it work then, David?
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
The lore to Vulcans were that their emotions caused a war that almost killed their entire species.
See you on the other side.
Geologic is not useful logic.
Activating magnetic souls.
What's your problem? They were highly emotional and nearly destroyed themselves through war. Wow, okay. And now they just don't want to show any emotions anymore. That's tough. Oh, I hate space. Good game for me, right? If I don't like spacewalks and all that. Wow.
Let's go.
Is that the Resolute? That ship is huge. Why did they say it's one of the small ones? They're just very sensitive people, that's all, and they live very, very long lives. Interesting. So that's why they still feel attacked so easily? Genuine question. Oh, it's the blue dude again. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Now you just offended him. Why?
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Wait, do I need that thingy because I am that race? Species? Whatever. I'm sorry. For your character, yeah. Oh, why do I need that?
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently.
That's a very pretty amethyst here. Zachary
I can't believe
Solano.
he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Well, maybe he's proud of it. Whee!
Can't wait to plot a course myself. The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered.
Looks like an amethyst. How?
Always was the nostalgic type.
Yeah, I think the iridium maybe is like my stim pack. You know what I mean? Maybe. Wait, there was something else here. Huh?
Just a sip of something.
Rakta Gino, I don't know what it is.
Decisions.
Hi,
Rakta
17th,
Gino.
how are you? Is it alcohol? Am I drinking on duty?
That sure has a kick.
Hi, Natalie, how are you? Kling
Jara
coffee?
Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
This is way than enough
But,
for me.
unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I don't know the details.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained. Probably because they want to protect me.
Was it you?
But I don't mind telling you. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there, within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
The crew knew the risks.
We all know the risks when we sign up. There are no guarantees. As much as we tell ourselves otherwise.
True. But as captain, my job is to mitigate and manage the risks as much as possible. And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say, I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work.
What happens if they don't?
That's when things start to go sideways.
And what happens if they don't?
There's a chain of command for a reason. We all have our orders.
That's true. Everyone on this ship should know that.
Sometimes the occasional reminder doesn't hurt. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't.
Suspicious.
I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggested several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
Who is this
the
diplomat?
diplomat will brief us on the details at the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying,
honored.
You have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
I must say now he's the
Come.
villain.
Let me introduce you to the crew.
I'ma say it now. Why does this guy look like Moni? Who is that? And hi Nove, how are you? Who is that? Yeah, that's very suspicious. Captain Solano was reassured by Jara's modesty and leadership potential after their first meeting. I think you're the villain, maybe. I can be the villain, most definitely. Hello? Why are we not running? Why are you running? Maybe I am the villain. Maybe I will be the villain. That's the question. Oh, I know that! I know that from Traumschiff Surprise, which is like a parody of Star Trek in German. Normally the admirals are the villains in Star Trek. Who the fuck is an admiral? Do we talk about the rank admiral?
If I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer.
Hello, it's me.
Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than
Oh,
makes
cool
up for in
earring.
ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time.
She's cute.
And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
The honor is mine.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once.
I think I need background on my
so much to protect
species.
others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
I'm glad I inspired you.
You really do know a thing or two about me. I'm glad I could inspire you, but it's important to chart your own path.
Thanks. You can count on it.
Hi, sir. How are you?
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Why did I get bonked? Why did I get bonked? Sit in captain's chair when ready.
Operations, staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont. The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
I wonder, Starship Troopers Telltale now. Isn't this like Star Trek? Huh? Tactical holo.
Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be. Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Hi, Electric Kool-Aid. How are you?
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready. So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
Okay. Just for me.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
Okay. So this is comms, communication, that makes sense. This here is like supply chain, right? Like materials and all that, inventory, storage. He's, I think, like protection, more or less. He's science. That's attacking, right? What was that? Oh, nothing. Okay.
The first officer's seat. My seat. Right now, though, I need to fill in for Captain Solano. Tactical hollow dais. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
Ah, the helm drives the ship. Interesting. Guys, let's begin commanding.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field.
Sure.
He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Why don't you guys just not do it? Just do it on your own. You don't need my permission.
Granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the Sif.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
It looks really cool.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's
I am
still a
more than
machine. A massive, massive machine.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sif emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Calibration tool. Okay.
Beginning recalibration.
Q notes to center the circular indicators. Huh? Huh? What? I don't understand what I need to do. What am I doing here? Didn't you hear it? But nothing's beeping. Guess you're jumping too far. You need to move the circle into the circle. But how? I can't move the circle? I can only do this and click. Center it, but how? We tried to.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Clap.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered
Said
my name
click,
and
not
my rank.
long click.
Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Impressive.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer.
First try.
I'm curious, though. A Kobliad,
I'm only too
half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
Thanks for your concern, bud.
But not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
I could never fill his shoes. That's not how it works.
I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Uh-oh. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop boop. Beep boop beep boop. That's not a good sign. Get off the ship!
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Beep boop beep boop. Fuck.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities.
Red alert!
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this.
We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Everybody's dead.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
It can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
I haven't understood a single word, but sure, I will do that.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
I wasn't even able to long click. Do you really think this is a good thing for me to do?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
I mean, I can only put it in here, so that's what I'm going to do. Danger!
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Use one to phaser. Use. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but you know.
Oh, whoops. I wanted to jump. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Wait, do we?
We're almost to the regulator.
I only have 4 minutes to save the world. That was a song by Madonna. Pretty good song.
We're at the regulator port. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload of the engine. You must work efficiently.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Cute. on, the other way. The other way!
EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Did it. Wait, what's going on? Why did that happen?
Get down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Our crew is out there!
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest
people
way to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
I like
the
that.
engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
Oh fuck.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Trust me, fucker.
Jara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
I'm not.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is
Polarity!
protocol.
And there are lives.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
I'm having goosebumps.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Almost missed it.
1. Mark!
Ah!
Grab my hand! I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Dude, Palms is ready, Mom Spaghetti. Come on! Together! Pew 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 pew! My palms are sweaty. I need to shoot.
Look out!
Oh, ow!
I got you. Petty Officer Etzelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edsolar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Go in there now. I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this.
No way, you first. Get in.
Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Oh, of course.
We made it.
I'm sweaty.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Hi, Sparky, by the way. How are you?
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Hi, Scald. How are you?
Let's get this off.
Oh, damn, I'm grilled.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
Scars are hot, so guess you could. Cool.
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Here's the medic now.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Oh, he mad.
You disobeyed my orders. Well?
Well, it was the right decision, fucker.
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information
You
I had.
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
You didn't have the facts, buddy.
Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to...
Thanks for
did what you had
understanding,
to.
buddy.
That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
You made him look bad? Well, I guess I did, yeah. Hi, Code, how are you? But what? Like, they would have died. All I ask is a tall ship.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches.
Well, I am.
We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Banger song.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Oh.
Me?
Engage.
Engage.
Simple, but effective.
Easy.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Do I need my medicine thing or like the mineral? I forgot. Oh. Iridium monitoring.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Oof. Hi, Sick District. How are you doing?
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
It's who I am.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right.
She's cute,
and
I like her.
Don't worry, I won't treat you like science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake.
Oh.
My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. But the more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
I won't let that happen.
Blinded by their own ambition.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Thanks for coming.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm.
I look cool
That's
now.
A combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing.
I get even more handsome.
She's come by a couple of times to see you already. Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duval.
Thanks for checking
He
on
did take
me.
one hell of a shot, though.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
One of the benefits of working a security rotation. Lots of opportunities to walk by sickbay and stop in. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you.
Is something
Instead
wrong?
of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Wait, are you angry at me or something?
Oh, no, not that. I'm sorry. I'm probably making too big of a deal here. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
That's surprising.
This is all...
I want Nilly though. Nilly's cute.
I didn't expect this either. But here we are. And I didn't want to ignore it. I just figured I'd steer right into it. Well, what do you think?
I mean, sure, why
Been
not?
about as direct as I can stomach.
I'm not sure how I feel.
You can do that too.
Come on, I like you too.
Be direct with me.
I like you too, Miranda. Let's see where this goes.
Okay. I was really hoping you'd say that.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Do I get a moment for myself here?
Dropping to impulse.
It's dialogue after dialogue.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
We'll do that right after. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you? She's rare, but is she shiny? Okay, guys. I will take a short break as always. I will do the outro for YouTube. I will not be going offline. I will still be online for at least 4 more hours. But I will do the outro for YouTube right now. To everybody who is currently watching this on YouTube, though, I hope you enjoyed the first part of Star Trek Resurgence. And if you guys would like to, we do see each other on the next part of it.